Good morning, children. Today I'll be teaching you about another concept of religion which is called secularism. What is meant by secularism? According to M.N. Srinivas, the term secularism implies that what was previously regarded as religious is now ceasing to be such, and it also implies a process of differentiation which results in the various aspects of society: economic, political, legal, and moral, becoming increasingly discrete in relation to each other. Thus, secularism is opposed to religionism. In other words, as secularism grows, religionism decreases. It means, children, that after the introduction of secularism, the religion has limited field. Previously, religion was strongly interfering in all aspects of social life, like economic, political, legal, moral, and so many other aspects. But now, after the introduction of secularism, religion has its own field, and economic, political, legal aspects have their own field. Let us discuss the features of secularism. Following are the features. First, decrease of religionism. As I have explained, that the growth of secularism implies decrease of religionism. In the Hindu society, due to the decreasing influence of religion on the various aspects of life, secularism is making greater impact. Next, differentiation. The growth of secularism leads to differentiation in the different aspects of social life. In modern society, the economic, political, legal, and ethical questions are separated from each other. Religion does not influence their solution. The economic questions are decided on the basis of economic principles. Likewise, the political questions are decided on the basis of political principles. Thus, religion, which formerly bound the different aspects of life into one unity, has lost its hold. The political is now separated from the ethical, and the ethical is separated from the economic. Third feature is rationality. Rationality is another mark of secularism. The problems facing the human life are now subjected to explanations, and rational solutions are sought for them. The old customs and traditions are followed by an educated person only if they make a rational appeal to him. Next is scientific attitude. Another feature of secularism is the scientific discoveries which have shaken the faith of the people in several old religious beliefs and activities. Scientific explanations have replaced the religious explanations for many natural events and social phenomena. Next, secularism indicates equal respect and recognition for all religions by the state. No discrimination is made on the basis of religion by the state. Next, an individual has the right to practice, propagate, and process any religion. And the last is, a secular state does not have any official religion. It neither encourages nor discourages the practice of any religion. So these are the characteristic features of secularism. Now, another important thing about secularism is what is the role of secularism in a pluralistic society like India, where the people of so many different religions are living together. So let us see the influence of secularism in India. Secularism has influenced Hinduism more than any other religion. The reason seems to be that there is no single specific definition of Hinduism universally applicable. Many customs and traditions which were followed by a Hindu person have now changed because of the influence of secularism. Second influence is secularism has made great impact on Indian society. The modern family is secular in attitude. The religious rites of the traditional family, such as early prayer, yajna, etc., are no longer performed in the modern family. Third, marriage also has become a civil contract rather than a religious sacrament. Interreligious marriages are increasing in number. Fourth, under the impact of westernization and secularism, the educated youth tries to find out scientific explanations to the numerous traditional family rituals. Next, the position of girls and women stands changed under the impact of secularization. They are getting more freedom. Next, the taboos or the prohibitions, restrictions of the society based on caste structures have now been rejected by the modern generation. The concepts of pollution and purity have both weakened and become less pervasive. There is now free social intercourse. The Indian caste structure has lost its rigidity. Any caste can now follow any occupation. The place and the role of Brahmin have diminished. The restrictions on feeding and eating no longer exist. The Indian society is now more open. And the next and last influence of secularism is the influence of secularism can be seen in regarding the position of monastic heads who have influential friends in the political sphere. The religious figures like Dhirendra Brahmachari and Chandra Swami have influenced decision making. The Hindu saints and sadhus have played an important role in the Ayodhya issue, which is more a political than religious issue. Their study of the changing role of monastic heads and other religious figures in modern Indian society would be a valuable contribution to the literature on secularism.